First of all, before we get started with today's front porch, I want to give a special shout out and a special thanks for two people who dropped something in my bucket, as a super thanks. So thank you for the first giver, House of Sir James. You will see his name and picture right here on the screen. Thank you, as always, Sir James, House of Sir James, for blessing your auntie, honey. You always say what's right to put a smile on my face, and I appreciate you. The second person that I would like to thank is the beautiful Miss Wente Talks. Thank you so much, Wente Talks, for your wonderful blessing. These two individuals gave me that, something extra, last week, and I really do thank you so much. For those of you who are not able to give outside of that, if you can just watch the little commercials a little bit, if you want to do that, that'll help. Oh, and just be here and show some love. Because one thing I can say is that I get a lot of great analytics on my videos. Y'all watch, and that's what matters, all right? So I thank y'all so much, and let's go ahead and get started with the front porch. Let's get ready. Hey, 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 this is your recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Your Shar is here today. Hopefully they don't, Teddy Pendergrass don't come from the grave and snatch me, okay? Hey y'all, this is the front porch, honey. That is why we're here to read all of the comments. We're gonna have to split these up in two parts because I be getting parched, honey, while I be reading y'all comments with the dissertations and all the stuff. But this is what I said I was gonna do, and I do love it. You guys give me so many new concepts and thoughts and opinions, and y'all be sure you wrong. Y'all be doing all of that, and I love every bit of it. So we're going to start from our the recap is going to be from episode 180 with Giselle and Wendy on the cover. Y'all remember that little, YouTube thumbnail? That's what I have. That's the first video for the week. So I'm gonna try to read now. I ain't gonna offer a lot of chit chat in the middle. I'm gonna try not to, but I'm just gonna go ahead and read. All right, that's what I'm gonna try to do and get these done. Cause be 2 hours long. I'll be like, girl, if you don't get your ass off this computer, girl. All right, so let's see what the first comment we have is from S Parker 7768. Hey S Parker, she says, nah, PYT ain't off the wall album, in my opinion, was his sexiest album, and I listened to that cassette over and over. Yep, cassette. Okay, all right, yeah, girl. After I had made the audio, then I was like, damn, that wasn't on the damn off the wall. It was on Thriller. So yeah, after I said it, and then I went back on it, I said I had Thriller and I had Off the Wall, and but I love myself some PYT. And yes, honey, I know about cassettes, baby. I know about cassettes. I know about splicing and cutting that stuff and make sure it lined up and taping that shit. I know about all of that. So yeah, I knew I made a mistake. But thank you, my love. Thank you as always, Miss S. Parker. We have Ishante UX9M. You know what? If I have my damn glasses on, yeah, Ishante. She says, oh, they say. Vanessa has no shame, honey. Soliciting in a classy country club, bitch. Then she banging Doug. She bashing Doug. If she was that unhappy, she could have just divorced him. Smitty throws a fit when Martin does things without him. Be fair, Smitty. I agree, Ishanti. I agree. I agree. We have Exotic Butterfly 220. She says, hi, Auntie. YouTube unsubscribed me from your channel. What? I had to research your videos and resub. Wow. That's why I haven't seen you in a while. Girl, I knew it because I was like, I haven't seen Exotic Butterfly in a long time. Um, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, boo. That's crazy. So I was right because like I said, like a week ago or so, I just saw a lot of people. I lost like 5 subscribers, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I know I ain't that bad mouth. I've heard some other people who was mean and evil, and I don't put nothing mean and evil out. Child, I'm so sorry, love. I'm so sorry. Let me pause this real quick and type a little bit of paragraph to you. Yeah, I knew something strange was going on, so I'm happy that you're back, Exotic Butterfly. Thank you for coming, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have James, our resident gentleman. He says, Bill doesn't want Haley, honey. Bill wants Danny back. Bill has watched Danny since before his stroke, and certainly during his stroke ordeal when he was in Garland Hospital. Bill hates hospitals. Danny knew this about Bill, and Bill knew Danny knew this about him. No one could relate to Bill's aversion to hospitals more than Danny could. Bill was cutting a fool in that hospital bed, resisting hospital staff, Haley and his daughters. But his foolishness ended the second Danny walked through that hospital room door. She was no nonsense. Danny told Bill how much he was needed to stop being so contrary and to listen to them damn doctors so he could be better. Bill looked like a scolded puppy and did exactly what Danny told his ass to do. Haley was jealous. Bill was looking at Danny with longing in his eyes even back then, before he even knew Danny and Andre were even in a situationship. Now, after having kissed Danny not once but twice, there could be no doubt that big deal. Bill can't even fake the funk right anymore. He's trying to maintain this "I'm happy with Haley" lie, and though Bill is obviously still physically attracted to Danny, he loves her. Here's where Bill becomes Jeffrey Osborne when the Duprees, even Danny's and Bill's own daughters, try to oppose Bill's pursuit to regain his ex-wife. Bill will tell them about him and Danny, cause what we have is much more than they can see. Right? That's my song. That is my song, James. What we have is much more than they can see. I love that song. Uh, na, 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 da, da. Yes, yeah, you gonna hey, boom, hey, you gonna have me playing that damn song, James. Oh my God, you got me love. Okay, Jammy, Gibbons says hello, and Jane's like, "Hey, hello, hello, hey, Jammy. All right, welcome back, girl. We have the Sandra May 25, honey. Hey, the Sandra May, welcome, my love. Thank you so much for talking. See you that you're a subscriber. Thank you." She says, "I want to see Bill's backstory. I'm willing to bet he had an abusive pappy. He's always told him he wouldn't amount to shit. I think that's the driving force of his ambition to prove to his father that his pappy was wrong. No matter what he accomplished, how high in society he climbed, the connections he has acquired, he still believes he does not belong or deserve there. Bill's self-sabotage. That's what really drew him to Haley. He needed him. Oh, she needed him. Okay, okay. She was impressed by the money, the power, and the influence. Danny came from money, power, and influence. She didn't need Bill. She wanted him. His ego and insecurities couldn't handle that. Okay, okay, all right. Thank you for that, Sandra. We got James who responded. He says, "Move over, Nicole. Dr. Sandra May is in the house, right? Outstanding diagnosis, sis. What's the prognosis? Them get back together." But that was a good analysis. Thank you, Sandra. We got Blaze, honey. My Blaze, he said, "Shar, bitch." PYT is on Thriller. Get it right, Auntie. I don't play about my dog. I'm Michael, and I just laughed at him. And I was like, the sad thing about it, I had that album too. I loves me some NJ. You know how I get on when I do them damn tipsy recaps, and that was a tipsy motherfucker recap. But thank you, my love. Thank you as always, Blaze. We got Jackie Johnson. She calls Vanessa. Her name is Madam V. Y'all know she's a madam. Because that's what Danny was like. So we're gonna call you Madam Honey. Is that what we're gonna call you? No, because I'm not a pimp. Yes, you is, girl. You a female pimp. James responded and says, "Wouldn't that be cool though? The name Heart Attached does give the escort business a veneer of respectability. It suggests that it's an innocent thing, meeting place, but Nasty doesn't seem to be overly concerned about propriety and conforming to what is socially acceptable." Just looking at my phone, make sure it's still recording. If a Nasty could rename the escort business, she'd be in your face with it. She'd probably choose a name like Madam V's Victors or Vixen Vamps. She'd get down and dirty with the business tagline too. "Come get you some." Slang spelling for come and some, optional. To establish the bond between the escort service and Joey's other businesses, Lakeside, wait a minute, Lakeside Casino. The logo for Madam V's would feature the very poker table where Joey and Vanasty become one. The king, Joey, the queen, Vanasty playing cards would be on the other side of the poker table. That would be a good logo. We got Blaze. He came back. He says, "They finally gave my wife a break, Danny, aka Dana, aka Leslie, after carrying the show on her back for last week and a half. And she's on every damn episode." Right. I was tired of seeing her though. Jasmine responds that they gave my nerves a break from that clown. And Jasmine called that lady a clown. Miss Welder. Hey, Miss Welder. She says, I have a question. The blonde, is that a wig? I have a question. The blonde, is that a wig? Oh, Giselle. Giselle, that's her hairish kind of sorta. If you're talking about Giselle, who's on the cover, that is her hair, but she colors it. So she might have more extensions. Her hair is naturally long, I believe, but she might have some extensions. So it's not a wig. It might be like I said, some extensions that she has like in the back and in the sides, and her hair is colored in. I'm gonna tell you, when she first came hit the scene, people used to drag. When I say drag, they used to talk really bad about Giselle when she first came on TV for Real Housewives of Potomac. They said she was such a tacky dresser. Her makeup looked bad, her hair looked bad. So she looks really good. It took her a long time to get to this stage, so I can't even complain. um Giselle looks really, really good. She does. She's, I guess she's changed her team, her style team. So she looks good. We have James. He says, Rascal, Joey's a punk. He said, Yep, I said it. Joey's a punk, dag nabbit. Look here. Down bad Dr. Dougie, drunk as a funky skunk, stumbles into the casino where his wife and gangster are hugged up, wanting to gamble at that pathetic, funky VIP poke her table. The unfortunate Dr. Doug makes an off-color remark about the nasty, which triggers a chivalry between in the gang chivalry response in the gangster. Joey seizes the defenseless, demoralized, drunken down bad Dr. Dougie and slams his black ass against the wall, showing strength and dominance, which certainly moistens a certain trollop's undergarments. In today's episode, the weaker, meeker partner of the husband's Richardson attempts to confront Joey about the check he contributed to the campaign, return it to him, and ask him to leave Martin alone. Joey then pushes up on Smitty to impress upon him how dangerous he is. Joey knows that Martin has already beaten one white racist into the upper or lower room and grievously injured another. Do you think Joey would push up on Martin the way he pushed up on Smitty? I don't think so. When Elon told Joey to have a seat, Joey looked at Elon as if to question, Are you ordering me around in my own establishment? But the next scene we see between the two, Joey's flat ass is sitting in that chair. Joey uses the weaknesses of he finds in the weak to subjugate the weak. Let Joey push Marcel too far. He far enough to make that brother snap. The showrunner loves herself some Joey, but all the things become equal if Marcel snaps on Joey, and Joey's neck would get snapped. You know I'm right. You're right. You're right. You're definitely right. Jasmine's like, all of that's true, but JJ Joey's delicious villain and nasty to the bone. Jasmine loves herself some Joey. He's smooth now. He really smooth. We got Shar 90303. Hey Shar, she says, you might be losing subscribers with the singing. Some of the recap. Some come for the recap me and Lee when the singing starts. I'm trying to hang in there by fast forwarding through the song. Sorry. Okay, I mean, sure, but I have some people who love it, but I appreciate your view, honey. I really, but I have to do it, girl. That's just who I am, boo. That is who I am. I'm an actress. I do a little singing when I have a song that connects, baby. But it connects. But I've been like this since day one, baby. I can't change. But I appreciate your honesty as always. We have Tayson 215 says we finally get a break from Leslie and Eva Wright. Well, not too long. We only had a few days, honey. Only had a few days. We got Beyond the Gates. I mean, look, I'm talking about Beyond the Gates. We got James. He's back. He says Beyond the Gates writers keep the major elements of their viewing audience engaged. The LGBTQIA plus viewers are treated to heavy doses of same-sex affection and flirtation. I thought about you rascals when, after the flag football game, Smitty was telling Martin how nice those flags looked around his high hiney, and Martin replied to the effect, Yes, you were supposed to grab the flags, not me. The black female viewers' angst and anger over the Danny Andre Ashley love triangle that never really was has been placated. After a few close encounters between Andre and Ashley, that had sisters ready to pull their hair out with rage. Andre eventually marries Danny, and apparently they've fallen in love. Andre and Ashley's lips never touched. Right. During their flirtations. I thought they did kiss. Okay, but when finally Bill and Danny reunite and Andre and Ashley become a love thing, black women will see Ashley as getting Danny's leftovers, and maybe then the writers must be hoping they'll leave Ashley alone. The white male viewing audience has magnificent Joey and his barely disputed rule over the black DMV. It's time for the black male viewing audience to get some. I hope so. I hope so. But I'm looking forward to Dr. Rollins too. We have Tayson 215 says, I could have sworn that Vanessa is Nicole's close friend and Pam is Danny. Right. I think you're right. S. Parker says that's what was presented in the beginning. Yeah, but it seems like Danny is real close to Vanessa. So it's a little confusing to me. We have James, he also says, such an ungrateful, selfish wrench that Vanessa is. Dr. Duggs is deceased, and Vanasti's skinny leg continues to kick the brother while he's down for the count. The man worked 3 jobs to put himself through medical school to become a top cardiac surgeon. What did Vanasti expect Dr. Doug to do after all that struggle, sacrifice, and success? Was Dr. Doug supposed to use all of his was hard-earned, life-saving knowledge and abilities just to have her in bed all day, tickling her fancies while people dropped like flies from heart attacks? I was invisible. I barely saw the man. He was a surgeon who performed surgeries. Our ex's life was not existent. Dr. Doug put twins into that woman, right? When he gave it to Vanessa, he was obviously very proud and good at it. Although she did say geriatric Joey was the best she ever had. There's no accounting for taste, obviously. No excuses for Vanasti. When Dr. Doug asked her to go away on a retreat with him, she turned him down. Instead, she went to Puerto Rico with the gangster, messing up the sheets with him while her husband was being unalive. I take 10 Leslies before I think of taking one glance at Vanasti. Wow. That's heavy, James. Thank you as always. He says Vanasti is just plain old nasty. She's always been, always will be. She's a milady who's who's trying to infect the lovely married ladies of the Fairmont Crest upper crust with her afflictions so she can profit from and be titillated by observing and enjoying their falls from grace. It was so gratifying to watch those black queens throw her calling cards back in her face. Yeah, that is true. They literally and figuratively. James also says, finally catching up with you rascals. I was out of town for almost a week for Thanksgiving. I hope you all enjoyed your turkey day and family togetherness. By the time I returned, Rascal Town was all tidy and put away. My little sis was apologizing for something she may have thought she did, but couldn't possibly have done. What's the lady's name? Shar Kalapali? Little sisters back in no cups. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't pronounce that damn lady's name. I was called a cauliflower and everything. But I did gain my subscribers back. I gained more, so I'm back where I need to be. I'm going up. So I really appreciate that, James. We have Addicted to Love 57. Hey, Addicted to Love says Bill is having buyer's remorse, which is why he's finding every reason to stay in touch with Danny and Vernon. Truth be told, I think he may have subconsciously desired for Chelsea's kidnapping to last a little bit longer, so he could have more time being fully in the fold of the Duprees. That's a good thing. Wow, I like that. Addicted. Haley is all fluff and Bill is getting bored with her. There's only so much horizontal you can have. Hoo-ha you can have. Plus she'll never be able to give him what he really desires. Fatherly respect and higher social standing. That is so true. Bill, Lord. James replies and says Bill is getting bored with Haley. Bill is getting bored to death, quote unquote, with Haley in a matter of speaking. He says, hold on, sis. Man, you rascals are something else. So let me get this straight. There's only so much horizontal hoo-ha you can have. If you happen to be Bill and Haley, that is. If we counted the times we've seen Beyond the Gates couples in bed or intimate horizontal situations, The far and the away leaders would be Danny and Andre. That's true. Because I don't think we've seen Bill and Haley in bed together. I don't think so. Those two can't stay out of the bed if their very existence depended on it. They wouldn't need to stop to eat. Andre would just bust out in that Morris Day jungle on, doom, 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 hey, doom, 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 hey, oh, we, yo, hey. He'd tell Danny, if you're hungry, take a bite of me. Oh, we, yo. Horizontal hoo ha. It's just fine where they're concerned and more of it if it's encouraged. That is so true, James. We have Addicted to Love responded to James and says, come on, James, you know it's the truth. Yeah, everybody be getting it in. But the one difference is that those other couples have more facets of connection. Haley only has sex to turn to for everything with Bill and that deadly tea. She's a one trick pony. Bill craves more and she can't and won't give it to him. True, true. James responded to Addicted and said, oh, I get it now. I see what you mean. But not only is Bill's renewed desire for Danny affecting his performances, that poison has to have been having some delirious de- deleterious effect on his implement. Bill shouldn't have laughed at Tomas. Ain't nothing wrong with his implement anymore. Haley must be getting quite frustrated by now. No wonder she's going after Isaiah. If Haley has to go without it for much longer, Vanasty might find herself a new client for her vile venture. Addicted respondent says, Vanasty, go be like, here's my card. Right. Gonna throw it right at him. Addicted also says Bill is having buyer's remorse. No, no, no. We already read that. I don't know why sometimes they put y'all comments twice. Be like, damn, I know I just read that, but I like them twice because it's nice. And let's see. Addicted said the Wiz because I think I sang "Sweet Thing." No, no, I didn't sing that. I sang "Put Your Arms Around Me, Child." Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, we have Roberts June. Hey, Roberts June. Hey, my love. Welcome. Thank you. He says, Shar, I love your channel. If the people that leaves your channel, less headaches and more fun for the rest of us. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Keep bringing yourself. Pray that you get a role on the show or on the internet streets. Eva is going to leave Fairmont Crest. Really? Peaches is going to die and leaves Leslie a letter. Really? Wow. Thank you, Robert. Oh my gosh. I'm responding to you. Okay. Well, thank you, my love. That's interesting. Hopefully Eva does stay. Eva does stay. Okay. We have House of Sir James. Matter of fact, I forgot to give my thanks at the beginning of this video. I'm gonna do it. I'll just do it in the beginning. House of Sir James 2514 says, Auntie, why you messing with my song? The feeling we had from the Wiz, girl. As a teen, I played. Oh, you played the lion in the school production of the Wiz. Yeah, that is my favorite show. I was who was I? Damn, Miss One. Sweet thing, let me tell you about the world and the way things are. Hey, you come from a different place, and I know that you travel far. Yeah, that's my shit. Jane says, I was in a school play once. I was in the 5th grade when I made my acting debut. You was an actor, James, and you ain't never tell me. You know I've been saying I'm an actress, Jane. My character was involved in an action sequence, and when I fell on the stage as per the script, one of my shoes flew off. It so happened that when the shoe flew off, it revealed the sock I was wearing on the foot that had a hole in it. This fact did not go unnoticed amongst the audience. A classmate of my younger brother leaned over and told him he got a hole in his sock. I'll go to my grave with this memory. Oh, I'm sorry about that, James. But man, I didn't know you was an actor. But all right, we have Miss Janice Ty. Hey, Miss Janice, she says, Bill makes me sick trying to be a victim. Danny is happy and now he's running to Vernon. Vernon is not victim assistance. Bill needs to kick mud and rocks, honey. He really does. Forget him and Haley. She got a little mad face. So cute. James responds. He says, Janice, 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 Janice. Look here, rascal. You just turned that frown upside down like this. I love y'all so much. I do. I love y'all so much. Bill is a cad, but he truly. Y'all remember cat Tad the cat and on All My Children? Tad was fine and sexy as fuck. I mean, Tad wasn't he a escort when he met Dixie? I think he was escorting because he had one of those older ladies. She could eat him up. What was her name? Helen. I can't remember that lady's name, but she would eat Tad up. Oh, Tad, darling, don't you want to come? She was showing her little clee. Oh, she wanted Tad as much as she could breathe. She wanted that man in her bed, and he was with her too. And I guess he considered himself being a gigolo, but I think he was a escort back then. Anyway, James also says today's episode was a very revealing as it showed the dynamics of the relationship Vernon had with Bill and with Ted. Hmm. Vernon considered both of the son-in-laws to be his actual sons, but he treated them differently. Ted was married to Vernon's oldest perfect daughter, daughter Nicole. Ted was a highly respected doctor. Vernon treated Ted like he was a crown prince. Vernon's problem child daughter, Danny, brought Bill to the Dupree's doorstep and dropped him there the way a cat brings home a mouse. Vernon grew to love Bill, and Bill, who he who who he knows comes from a troubled family, returned that love to the Duprees. However, Vernon asked Bill to do things he had never asked Ted to do. Bill was a fighter. Vernon made Bill his black knight. He was hard on Bill. Bill came to resent this treatment, which caused him to hurt Danny in an attempt to hurt Vernon. Bill succeeded, but in the process, was seduced by a black widow spider. Bill's love for Danny and Danny's love for Bill is what will ultimately save Bill's life, and that is so true. We all know he going. We already see his ass gonna be on the floor next week. Jasmine says Bill wants to have his double D mosquito and Dupree's too. Sorry, Billy Goat, that ain't gonna fly. Come home to Go home to your embryo. Sit on her, let her sit on your lap like a ventriloquist dummy and drink your tea. James was like, okay, Jasmine, see, I can't unsee it now. Right. As Parker says, at least I can understand Bill as a victim of regret, but he has to leave that Haley out of it. Yeah, Janice says, at James, after watching yesterday's episode, I must agree with you about Bill, but I cannot forget how hurtful and disgusting he treated Danny 10 months ago. He treated her like she was a piece of shit, didn't he, Janice? He really did. He treated her really, really mean. Um, Bill, Bill, Lord. James responded to S. Parker and says, if Bill knew what he knew, no, he look at Haley and run for his life. If he really knew what was going to happen, he would run for his life. Bill didn't learn that Andre and Danny were an item until he saw Andre confronting Danny at the Dupree mansion when Chelsea was missing. This is after he discovered from his stroke and his growing affections for Danny were becoming so obvious that not only had Haley noticed, the Duprees were beginning to pick it up too. Naomi even tried to tell Bill to keep a respectable distance from Danny. These days, most people in Bill and Danny's orbit can see what's happening between them. Even Joy must know what's going on. That man isn't one to throw his money away. Joy has probably already planned to use that 10K of Danny's money to, that she's going to owe him when she breaks things off with Andre. Bill knows he wants Danny, but seeing her so happy with Andre, he figures his chance of winning her back is gone, so he'll probably resign himself to try to stick it out with Haley. James also responded to Janice. He said, I feel you, Janice. I saw how Bill taunted Danny when she made her last minute plea to Bill on his wedding day to Haley to come to his senses, call the whole thing off, return with her to her home. We've seen that Danny has the ability to see straight through Bill when necessary, even when she was married to Bill, and as Danny said, Bill was humping everything that moves. She must have known that deep within herself, Bill was still in love with her. Danny probably didn't know that Bill was trying to hurt her, to hurt Vernon. That's what I really think. But she knew that. But she knew what Naomi and Chelsea discussed at the country club bar. Even during the turbulent points in her parents' marriage, there were very good times as well. Bill's big mouth got Dr. Doug assassinated. It did. I keep forgetting that. So I'm not happy with him. I'm not happy with him myself. I forgot about that. Carolyn McWilson. Hey, Miss Carolyn. She says, I'm happy Derek told Ashley how he felt. Good for you, Derek. Yeah, me too. I was so happy about that, girl. I was so happy. Um, Janice says, hey, baby sis Shar, I'm 3 years older than you. Yay! I just wanted to let you know that I really enjoyed this channel and thank you for entertaining us with all your thought provoking recaps. Not a fair weather friend, but a true rascal. Thank you. Oh, I thank you so much, Janice. And James, he says, you better say that, Janice. Oh, thank you, my love. All right, we got my boo House of Sir James. He says, "Thanks, Auntie, for all your hard work. 100. Just worry about the ones who are here, and that's what I'm doing. Sometimes YouTube will subscribe subs without us knowing it. It's just it's just good to check periodically to make sure you're subscribed. That is so true. Thank you so much. I appreciate you." He also says, "I think that the work you're doing, oh, that's amazing. Taking the task of reviewing the show every day is hard. When the show started, a few YouTubers said that they would be doing the show every day. I knew it wasn't going to work because a few of them have issues getting weekly content out. Now that they are doing weekly reviews of the show, just getting the time to watch, take notes, and maybe do some editing takes a lot of effort. And if you work full time, it's impossible. So I'm glad that you're still here with your amusing, hilarious, funny updates. In my opinion, if you miss a day, it's okay because although you've made a personal commitment to do it every day, sometimes life be life, and that should always come first. So keep doing what you're doing. If you're trying to do extra content, maybe just do what you can do and post on the weekends. Thank you so much. I appreciate that because I ain't gonna lie, baby. My mind be like, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. I'm a Taurus and I'm creative, and so I'm always thinking of creating things. But you saying that, I mean, like this channel is definitely my priority. It is definitely my priority. And what you just said, that really does mean so much because people, they come here to have fun and listen, and they offer their opinion, and I do take you guys' opinions, and I really do. And doing everything, it's just not that, it's the pictures and everything. Jasmine want me to do pictures. I ain't gonna do them every day, Jasmine, but I'll get them done. I try to do like when I feel like it. It'll definitely be either a Monday and a Friday, but having my job, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That means so much to me for you to say that. People come in here who are new and they might offer their opinion, and you'd be like, "Oh, okay." But I know who was here to be entertained, and I'm going to entertain, baby. That's what a prophet told me. She told me that my creative side will open my doors for me, and I know it is. I know it. It has, and it definitely will keep doing it. So let me see. That means so much to me. I'm trying to type this out to you. So I appreciate your words, honey. And thank you for your love offering as always. You're such a wonderful blessing. Everybody is. But I just wanted to thank you so much. And Jasmine, she said, honey, and we're gonna be right here. So thank you. He also says, hey Auntie and Rascals. Today's episode was excellent. For the first time, I actually cared about Derek and Ashley's scenes together today. I really felt both of their pain. They don't need to be together though. I agree. Love the scene with Vernon and Bill. It seems that Vernon still cares for Bill, but he hates what he did to his daughter and her family. If only he could save Bill from Haley, what is going to do to him. Scenes between Danny and Vanessa were good too. Damon really cares what happens to Nessa, but she's going, who's Dan? Oh, I'm thinking you meant Danny. Like, who Damon? Danny really cares about what happens to Vanessa, but she's going to do what she wants to do. She says for the first time in her life, she feels like she's being seen. Also, the casino scene with Joey Martin and Smitty, he liked that too. Good work for everybody. Our resident gentleman, James, says, I couldn't agree more, Sir James. Finally, after a very long time, Beyond the Gates uncorks an entertaining episode. And we have Sir James. He put up a wonderful post about let's see about them. Did he mentions okay. Breaking Entertainment Weekly ranks Beyond the Gates among the top 10 best shows of 2025. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of that, but I'm really grateful that you put it. I remember seeing it on the Beyond the Gates post, and a lot of the stars from the show put that up there, and I'm so happy for them. They deserve it because you still have some people that's choosing to walk away. You know, who's choosing to walk away. So I'm happy, so proud of them. Um, I guess I did something that was hilarious. Jasmine says, "Oh my God, girl, you hilarious." And James is like, "Yeah, Shari is hilarious, lovable. She is our sunshine on a cloudy day, and she is all ours." Oh, thank you. Jasmine's like was laughing out loud. They cauliflower. I didn't know what the fuck that lady's name was. Bill is a close second. I call. Okay, you called my Martin high hiney. Okay, okay. I was wondering. And Bill's booty cheeks is high. And James said, "Yes, you did. I remember the first time I saw that nickname. You almost gave me a, apoplexy, sis. Laughing so hard when one is as high as a kite can be strange sensation. High hiney is my favorite." And then she says, "Billy Goats." Jasmine says, "Billy Goats hiney was a little elevated too yesterday. I noticed." Yeah, I was like, "What's going on these little cheeks?" You know. James says, "Jasmine, wasn't it Bill and Martin might have need to slow down on the leg days during the workout sessions? Their hamstring muscles were getting so strong they pushing up their asses up their back. If this keeps up, their buttocks will be under their shoulder blades." Jasmine was like, "They sneeze, their asses flex, bounce off their backs of their heads." Lord have mercy. Jasmine says, I'm such a meathead ripped. I'm so glad meathead ripped off rubber lips. I was thinking about you when when Derek was fussing out Ashley. I was like, I know that Jasmine is enjoying this. Cause I was enjoying that shit. She carried on an emotional affair while totally gaslighting him and only proposed out of pity. Meathead needs to use his head and move on with the cute little coworker, basic vanilla who. Right, exactly. Cause Cheryl is killed. Hey Auntie, Vernon ripped Billy Goat the most elegant new ass. Billy is sorry as hell, but wait until he drops at the Winterfest. They keep boiled chicken rubber lips around for Andre after Danny runs back to Bill. You know that's what's going to happen. I love the honest convo that Danny had with Vanessa. It explains a lot of her behavior. She's loving being Madame Vanasty. She really is. Cynthia says Shanice does get all the tea, doesn't she? Everyone always decides to have their conversation right there in front of her, and she does everything to put her head up under her chin and takes it all in. She sure do. We got Wente talk. Hey Wente, and thank you also for your blessing, my love. She says Derek lit into Ashley's ass. Yeah, yes, she did. Yes, he did. James like Derek had time for Ashley and for Andre today. He did. He was mad at everybody. Tay says, she gave me a love offer. She says, "Don't worry, Auntie. Why T be tripping? They will automatically unsub people from your channel. They will be back. Just make sure you tell the subbies to periodically to make sure that they are still subscribed and that their notifications are still on." And I've been doing that. I saw that and I've been doing it ever since. So I thank you for that, girl. I appreciate you. Peace Angel. She says, "I know good and hell well Andre didn't fix his mouth to say exciting and Ashley in the same breath." Peace. You said that piece made me roll my eyes out loud. And she better quit running up on Shanice before she catches a bedpan in the face. It's hilarious the way Shanice posts up at the nurse's station and ear hustles all the hot tea. P.S. Yeah, we love you. Oh, I love y'all too. Crystal. Hey, Crystal. Crystal says, "Did you notice Andre never said to Ted that he loves Danny?" Oh, but the dud Ashley is exciting. Give me a damn break, right, Crystal? Right. P says, "I know, just ridiculous." Then Exotic Butterfly says, "Same here. Peace Angel, exciting where? How?" I don't like the way Ashley speaks to the Shanice. Me neither. Nor the way she and her mother Jan talk about Danny, disgusting looks on their faces. As if, honey. Yeah, I don't like that shit either. I don't like it. And she says, and the way the Shanice has allowed Ashley to speak to her is not in alignment with Shanice's personality. As Ashley's supervisor, it's time for Shanice to take her in the room and get her stuff, get her straight. Right, exactly. As Parker says, Ashley described as exciting was a stretch. That's true. I was waiting for Andre to bust out laughing. Woo! That is so funny, honey. That is so funny. All right, we have our book diva. Hey, big book diva. Book diva said, honey, this is gonna be a long post. Hey, 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 couple comments and questions, very random and lengthy. That's all right, my love. We appreciate it all. Says, was Dougie a member of the BMWGC, the Black Men Wearing Gold Chains crew? If so, then he is definitely alive because they only gave the family his ring. You might be right, girl. You might be right. Vanessa's family is supposed to be wealthy, and I'm sure Dougie had an insurance policy. So why would Joey offer their son a job to help support his mother? Isn't Van Ho successful in real estate? I thought in earlier episodes Nicole and Vanessa were BFFs, but lately it seems that and Danny are. That's true. That's what I asked in the audio. I'm like, I don't understand. The writing is bad, but I'm blaming the creator Michelle. She has final approval of what we see. She needs to get a PIP, a performance improvement plan, stat quickly, because this show is becoming a love child of TP and Zeus. Ooh, writing and acting. Ooh. Well, some of them have been on TP. Some still are connected to TP, girl. Is there a website one can go to find out where the local small theater performances are scheduled? I want to support smaller venues, but never know when they are. You could probably go on Facebook, and because I know with me in my region, we're called it's the Metrolina area. So whatever your theater area is, they always, most theaters, they are always posting on Facebook where the shows are. You might have to maybe go to Chat GPT and ask Chat GPT where your local theaters are located that's near your vicinity, depending on how far you're willing to travel and drive. And you'll see where they are, and it'll take you to the Facebook page. And once you see one theater company, you'll see them all pop up, and you'll see that they're posting um, plays, shows, dates, performances, things like that. And you might even see some people that you know that are in these shows. So yeah, thank you for supporting theater. Thank you. That means a lot. That's one of my hashtags. Supporting local theater. It's very important. People will take their asses to a Broadway show in a heartbeat. Have Hamilton come, or have The Wiz come, or have Wicked come. They'll go and spend thousands of dollars to go see those shows. But when we ask you to spend $20, $30 to see some people that you know or local artists, they won't come. Or they try to inbox you like, can you, Shar, can I have a hookup? No, child, I miss the talent. I ain't got nothing to do with tickets. You need to call the box office. You can support. Cause last year I saw you at a concert. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thank you so much, Book Diva, for that. I really appreciate that. As always, Shar, your hard work with your channel shows. Oh, we appreciate all that you do, especially the voices, commentary, and combos. We love you. You will always be that one auntie that we don't play about. Oh, we wish a mofo would. Mwah! Thank you for being entertaining us. Thank you. You're so sweet. Y'all just making me feel so good. I really appreciate that. Tayson says, I agree with you about Vanessa and Nicole, not Danny being besties. The writers have not been as good as before. Naomi not letting Bill know about Haley declining an ultrasound. And just last week, Haley lies about $10 million case, which both Naomi and Bill said was only $2 million, and the coffee mug karate slap out of her hand didn't raise suspicion. Oh, where are your attorney instincts, child? You better say that, Tayson. You better say that. James, he says, Vanasti and Nicole are besties. The goddess is straight laced. If the Dupree family was cast as the crew of the Starship Enterprise, Nicole would be Dr. Spock, Mr. Spock. Vanasti can't rock with Mr. Spock all the time. She's got a wild streak. So while Pamela is Danny's ride or die, but Nasty is Danny's bandana. Okay, so, or something or other. uh, Danny has a special greeting for Vanessa. I mean, for Vanasty. Vanasty's special greeting is for Danny is Danny Longlegs. That's true. Danny and Vanasty relate to each other on a level that Nicole couldn't and wouldn't want to. That is true. The writing for BTG could get better. That's a fact. The showrunner's focus seems to be establishing Joey as the fearsome Darth Vader of Fairmont Crest, making sure viewers know that Joey is that man and that the viewers learn to love it. Everyone else, including the Duprees, are almost incidental where Joey is concerned. Hopefully that gets better. I need for them to do better with that, like for real. All right, we have Cynthia Juckus 2250. Hey, Cint says, I was surprised when Derek showed up on the screen and him and Ashley still not being totally honest with each other. Right. He had to pull that shit out of her. He had to pull it out of her. Sin also says Bill just can't stand the fact that Danny has moved on and he's missing the fatherly connection he had once with Vernon. Yeah. Sin also says I used to watch Housewives of Atlanta, but it got to be too much for me. Yeah, it was too much. It was too much. It was too much. I like the fashions. You know I'm a fashion girl. Whenever I see these ladies dress up, yeah, I stop and drool. But when the subject gets a little bit too much, I'm like, mm-mm. Sid also says, "Hey, Sharon Rascals, I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Just my immediate family. We had a wonderful time. That is so amazing, girl. I'm gonna have to come there and eat, honey." Okay, Miss Pearly. That's what Miss Pearly said that Robin is a Delta because I had made the mistake and said that Robin was an AKA like how Giselle is, but Robin is a Delta, and I was telling them that my best friend she's a Delta. Um, MB 1969 MB says you are the best auntie. We love you to pieces. Thank you. I only listen to your recaps of Beyond the Gates. I enjoy the show and I allow the writers to do their thing. The reality shows are so toxic. I watch, but ooh, we all that fighting. Our show Beyond the Gates is juicy fiction, and you make it fun. Just be yourself. Thank you so much, MB. I appreciate you, my love. I really do. I appreciate everybody. I really do. It's tough, when you're doing this and then because I want my subscribers to be able to enjoy. Of course I can't please everybody, but I'm here to have fun, honey. It ain't that deep for me. I might make it sound deep, like how the fuck did she do that, but child, when them lights turn out, honey, Ernestine be with her daughter and her husband. Ernestine, that's what's her name, damn, Shanice, uh my girl, Leslie, goes hunting, be with her temptation husband. Danny and damn Daphne and them be going doing they TikTok shit and being zen. So it's like at the end of the day, baby, they do their thing, we do ours, and they love the fans. They really do love the fans. Long as the fans don't get crazy and shit, they really do. They're very pleased that we commentate and that we do recap. They're very very entertained by that. So my goal next year is to at least try to have an interview with one person, at least somebody. Hopefully, just a short interview, you know, or even if they can say, "Hey, this is such and such. I wanted to give a hot," you know what I'm saying? Just something, you know what I'm saying? That's my goal because I can't lie. Most of the interviews that I've seen them do are with men, and I can't. Well, I'm not going to guess, but a lot of them are with men. I have not seen any of the stars do many interviews with um like females, whether they're of color or not. I haven't seen it. Unless you could tell me who they are, let me know. But that is a goal of mine next year to at least have the opportunity. I don't know if my reach on social media has to be a whole lot of people. I mean, everybody had to start from somewhere. And the people that I've seen that they have interviewed with, they don't have a lot of people on YouTube because that's not their main focus. A lot of them had their they have a lot, like six figures of up followers on like IG. So they'll do that with those people. So I'm not even nowhere near that on IG. IG is for fashion and stuff. I just never tried that. I just never did. um, so that's my goal. So if anybody's out there as part of the talent, I mean, y'all know, y'all are, well, you already, if you're a member, you already know what you know, okay? But outside of that, I would love to, have an interview. I mean, it ain't got to be nothing deep. It's just us talking, and then that's it. I think of some real crazy ass questions, you know, and that's it, So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I can always inbox people and see what they're willing to do, but I have to have a better computer. This computer is that I have is shit. So that I'll be able to do that, as well as bring you guys on whenever I do the maybe do like a live every now and then and have you guys come on camera and kiki with me. So we'll see. We shall see. But thank you. Thank y'all so much for your wonderful words. It really does drown the negativity out, So I appreciate that. We have episode number 181, front porch talk. Let's see how far we can get with this one. I don't think this has as many comments. I think the first one had a lot because we had taken a break for the week, so a lot of people had a lot to say. Our first comment that I have on the one that has Danny and Bill on the thumbnail is from Linda Washington, 3972. She says, "Is Isaiah Haley's next victim?" Girl, if that's what you want to call it. Girl, I don't think she wants to see him as a victim, honey. I think she wants to see him as a victor on top of us. So yeah, we got my boo Lightning Storm. Hey, Lightning. Hey, what's going on? Lightning said, "Hey, it's been a hot minute since I've commented, but I've been watching and listening. The show's been a little boring for me for the past few weeks. Not bad, just slow. Ben, aka Derek, needs to stop having scenes with Jen, aka Ashley. Derek and Ashley both are perfectly serviceable characters and have decent chemistry with one another, but together they are awful. They are. They are. They have no chemistry at all. The Danny Andre relationship has become one of my favorite storylines on the show, which is impressive since I hated it at first. Yeah, you did hate it. I remember that. I also like that we are getting a lot of new faces. I love it. I love it, Lightning. Time to start opening up this world from the small world syndrome it has suffered from before. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. All right, thank you so much, Lightning. As always, handsome. Janice Ty, she says she loves T.S. Madison too. Girl, the last live she just did. Today is Saturday. She did one on Friday. Oh, it was just her because I think Craig is in South Africa for a month. It must be nice, honey, to be in South Africa for a whole month. I think me and him and I share the same birthday, but of course I'm older than him. But I think his either May 2nd, May 3rd, around May 4th, around my birthday. But yeah, I love that shit. That lady, she's something else. That's what I call her. Okay, we're not here to argue. That's what I choose to do. All right. But she is something else, honey. She is something else. But thank you, Janice. We have Coffee and Sweet Libra. So, hey, Coffee and Sweet Libra. If you're looking for a new white wine, okay, I'm gonna keep this list. Try Bartanura Moscato. It's so delicious and sweet and crisp. My mother-in-law got me into it. Okay, I'm definitely gonna try it then. I'm typing this to you. Because I was asking y'all to give me the name of some wines because I was kind of tipsy from the day before. I like sweet stuff, so I'm just gonna create my wine list and try those. We Janice Ty, she says she loves a nice picnic in the park. Girl, it's so nice. It sounds pretty, but maybe I'm be picking the wrong parks, girl. Maybe I just need to get me one of them little lights that keep all the bugs away. And maybe if I could do it by the sea or an ocean or something, maybe I just have to reconsider it. But that does sound always ideal. Always. Janice also says Derek needs to go and make an appointment with Nicole. He does. He really does. I agree. Peace Angels was like, how did Jolly how did Jolly Green Giant Bill think he could hide and sneak at his desired ex? What the hell does Cheryl see in Doofus Derek? He's always looking like that dude who would pew pew a whole building full of people that hadn't done anything to him. Waiting on Haley's dumb plan to backfire. She and Leslie ought to end up wearing orange in the cell block. I agree. God knows I agree with you, girl. I agree with peace. James says Haley, Leslie, and Allison. They are are incarcerates. Not the incarcerates. Oh, I know y'all like Sean. Why you ain't out with the boo? The boo. We have the ACC game here in Charlotte, so normally he works at the stadium there, so he's there earning some coins, honey. I don't want to start no shit on this thing. Duke is playing against, I guess, Virginia. He is not a Duke fan, so he's really hoping that Duke loses. He's a Tar Heel fan, so he's there. We did eat today. We had lunch earlier, so it's a Saturday night. I said I might as well go ahead and spend it with my crew. I know y'all out with y'all booze and stuff by the time I drop this. That's why I was like, man, should I do a live? Because I swear, whenever I put another video, which I know my front porch talk don't get a lot of views, it gets good enough because you guys, I want to read your comments and it's better than nothing. But I really want to do a live too, so I might come back on later, do these two videos and then come back and then do a couple of the other two and see, because I have to do five of all of the programs for last week. So let me go and keep reading. James says, and Dopey Derek is looking more and more like he's got a cuckoo flapping around in his head. That's just itching to escape and fly over a cuckoo's nest. He seemed very intense at the booth table talking to Jacob, especially when he got Ashley speaking with Andre that very night of their most recent and final breakup. Every time Derek looked up at the camera, caught his eyeballs, he looked like he was less dopey and more deranged. Right, he did. His eyes did do a little strange thing. Rascals, look at Derek's eyeballs long enough and see if you don't hear the Twilight Zone doo 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 thing song playing in your head. Yeah, it did look strange, especially when Cheryl came over there at the table. I was like, you can't even talk. Like, snap the fuck out of that. P says, oh, I have always thought he had crazy eyes. They were more buck wild now. Yeah, they do look a very, very buck wild. So yeah. Um uh Jasmine, that day, she says, Auntie, those pics need to sync with your descriptions, please. So I did. I've been doing that. I see when the pictures is right, Jasmine ain't saying shit. when the pictures ain't singing, Jasmine gonna be like, bitch, where the pictures? I was trying to use Paramount Plus that day, and it's been giving me error messages. It's like it'll show me a couple of minutes of a scene, then it'll give me this error message telling me that it can't play it. So I just been taking pictures. I've been just been doing the voiceovers and taking pictures on my TV. So I mean, it has the same effect. So, but I like the Paramount because it seems to me they come out clearer. But yeah, girl, I've been doing it. I've been doing it, my love. I've been doing it. I've been doing it, sis. Jasmine also says, why is that idiot Andre talking about that mosquito, talking to that mosquito about Danny? I didn't understand that. He was trying to be all big and bad, and he let Haley rope him right in. I just didn't understand that. And letting her pull his widow chain. All looks and no brain. He and Rubber Lips will deserve each other when Danny rushes back to Bill. You know she gonna go back when, especially when his ass is laid out on that floor. James says Ashley's going to have to look deep inside of herself and find that part of her she might have feared and didn't want to acquaint herself with. She needs to stop being so tempestuous and let herself become tempting. She was confident enough to deliver a baby in an elevator, so she's got what it takes to control her life and live it. And while, as an animal lover, I commend him for his actions, Dopey Derek ran into a burning building or house to save a house cat, only to have the ceiling collapse on his noggin. Derek ain't fit for Ashley or Cheryl. He just ain't got good sense. He might need a promotion in rank too. From Howdy Doody Dopey Derek to Death Wish Derek. Woo, not Death Wish. And Jasmine says, so that rubber lip ninny finally admitted to her duplicitous gaslighting, even while still blasting the man she proposed to. What a waste of time and a storyline. She literally hurts my eyes. Meathead is just dead from the neck up. Oh, Lord, I love it. James says Bill Biological's father must have a did a real number on him. The time he and Danny discussed his father, Bill's expression wasn't one of anger, but one of intimidation. As Vernon told Bill he loved him both and Ted as if they were his sons, and as Bill seems hungry for Vernon's approval, it suggests he loves Vernon too. Remember the conversation Bill and Ted had shortly after Leslie broke up his marriage to Nicole? Bill said that when Ted came to him about Leslie, his first thought was a chance to stick it to his hotshot brother-in-law. But then he realized he had friendly feelings for Ted and did his best to get Leslie out of his hair. The Ted Bill dynamic seemed like younger brother and older brother sibling rivalry. Vernon was hard on Bill, which caused pain and resentment. Bill spent all of that resentment out onto Danny, knowing by doing so he would be hurting not only Danny but Vernon as well. That's who he really wanted to cause pain. So while recovering from his stroke, before he knew, Danny and Andre would slowly be sure but surely realizing he's still in love with her. Bill apologized to Danny for the way he mistreated her and hurt her. Fast forward to present, Bill has already kissed Danny not once but twice. Yeah, he got them lips stuck on hers, honey, twice. Since says, I used to be a people pleaser too, not wanting to hurt people's feelings, but the older I get, I say, take it or leave it. Right, Sent? Leave it, honey, please. I'm not a people pleaser at all. I'm very respectful of people's opinion, but that when push come to shove, and at the end of the day is going to end, and and as it ends, I'm going to still do me. Shit. We got James. He says the Hamilton daughters can see the inevitable reunion of their parents bearing down on them like a runaway locomotive. There's nothing that can be done to stop it. Danny and Bill are becoming less concerned with trying to conceal it. Naomi and Chelsea are happy, but their concern for Danny's happiness wants her to stay away from Bill. Personally, I believe the more mature Bill regrets his past mistakes with Danny. He wants his wife and his family back, and he wants to do it right the next time he has the chance. Andre sees it, and so does the deadly double D Black Widow. We might need to promote the mosquito in rank. Rascals, we'll have to wait to see what Jazz decides. Jasmine says their facial expressions were priceless. It is. It really is. Um, James responds to Jasmine and says, Chelsea seemed more at ease when Andre and Danny kissed at the Articulates concert than she was witnessing the sparks of desire. Her parents were firing at each other. Yeah, she did. Now that you mention it, Chelsea had sort of an awkward frozen smile on her face, her eyeballs making a nervous trek from left side to right side of the sockets. Both of their expressions looked like they were asking themselves the question, what's happening here? They couldn't get up or off that couch fast enough. When Chelsea said she hoped Haley could find a way to their parents apart permanently, what if Haley gets Bill to visit that house he's building for her and works on him while he's away so that when Bill returns, he's looking like death warmed over? That's a good thought. Haley want that nigga dead. Blaze Network, she really does. She's like, if you don't have me, give me that great poison. And James was like, boom. Blaze was like, man, the words of Haley, yeah, cuz, child, she probably started open up that damn dose on damn Bill. That's why he gonna be on the floor next week. Sense says we used to love going camping with kids when the kids were younger. My daughter loved chasing the squirrels up the tree. She used to climb the tree. How sweet, girl! But them squirrels, I'd be scared of them damn things. Especially when you driving, they wait till you get right there, and that's when they want to run across your damn tire, and you be trying to squirt around them so they you won't hit them, and they gone. I think that they like fucking with people. They like fucking with human beings. I think. Oh God, we got James. He says Shirley is muy caliente. I know there are you rascals out there who believe Howdy Doody Dopey Derek is handsome in a rugged sort of way. Derek has wild eyes, frantic and feral. His gaze suggests his sanity is barely holding on by its fingernails. This man is always concocting cockeyed schemes, a few which has lost him the love of his life twice, one which caused him to paralyze himself from the waist down. Danny is supposed to be unhinged. The neurons of Derek's brain are firing all over the place and missing all the targets they should be hitting. Derek is nuts, and that scrubby facial hair isn't helping things along. Cheryl and Howdy Doody is a match straight out of Beauty and the Beast. Both Ashley, Andre, Derek, Cheryl are punching their above their weight class. Wow. Mm. Okay. We got Jasmine. She says meathead is dead from the neck up and dumb not to move on. Yeah. Peace Angel is like, James, you have succinctly articulated Derek's particular brand of crazy, always lurking just below the surface. Pharaoh is an apt description of his unkempt, wild-eyed, walking time bomb look. Doofus Derek is nowhere near handsome, like asinine Ashy is not even close to exciting. James responds to Peace and says, Peace, when I look at Nicole's eyes, I see sultry, smoky, bedroom eyes, promising sweet dreams all night long. Randy and Haley have those big old let me see what kind of trouble I can get into or start kind of eyes. But Haley's case, watch out. Haley's got some French guillotine eyes. She can cut those babies with an edge so sharp. Danny's lucky to have her lovely head still attached to her shoulder. She does have a very sharp eye. But Dopey Derek and Allison, their eyes tell their whole story. They both must have descended from a common ancestor, which emerged from the primordial ooze of derangement. Just as Allison was dangerously obsessed with Chelsea to the point of causing her harm, Derek seems just as obsessed with Ashley. When Derek told Jacob he wished that he could hate Ashley, I could see him developing a hatred for her to the point of wanting to do something to her. I did see that. I did see a spark of that. Derek is given to extreme irrational behavior. What must Cheryl find so attractive in that latent lunatic? Cynthia says, I was beginning to think the same thing about Bill. No symptoms at all. And I think I asked Cynthia, I said, you said how tall Bill was. She said, yeah, Bill is 6 feet 7 inches tall. James says, little sis, you might want to try Josh. Okay, Josh Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc. It's a dry wine with crisp and fruity. I've yet to sample it, but I hear it's really tasty. Okay. Okay, and even Jasmine, she says the Josh wines are nice. I like their Chardonnay and Riesling. I don't like sweet or dry reds. Okay, okay. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I will definitely put that on my list that you guys are telling me to use. Sin says my grandmammy did not want to be bothered when her stories were on honey. Whatever you wanted, it had to wait. Grandmama wasn't playing, huh? Okay, grandmama. Okay, and that's everybody on episode 181. Y'all was like, I mean, it's all right. Y'all wasn't really locked in on that one. Okay, okay, but y'all had a lot to say on 182. So let me go ahead and upload these two together. 180 and 181. Get that uploaded, and I'll be back to record 82, 83, and 184. 182, 183, and 184. All right, see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.